it really never works in your song unless it does, and then it makes the song.
This episode is being supported by Audio Movers, whose Listen To plugin has been a game changer for us at Tape Notes. Get a month's free trial with the link in the description below.
Patrick really writes these journeys, and each section can be very different, but the trick is making them feel like they belong. You know, Arms Race was a song like that as well, where it was a real challenge to make the chorus feel like it blended to that hip-hop verse. But I think, again, that's what makes Fall Out Boy uniquely Fall Out Boy, which is cool. Anyway, so when we were recording the drums, we were talking through the sounds and it was getting close as we were working through all the mics, but I just kept feeling like the snare was not doing the thing that I wanted it to do. So I just reached over and turned the preamp all the way up, or nearly all the way up on the snare mic. So it started to distort in this really cool overtone way. And that's what I was like, oh, okay, now it's alive. Now I'm feeling like that separation of the kick and the snare. And so you'll hear that when I solo the drums. So it's, you know, it's a live kit, but it's got a totally different spark than a rock kit. And there's no room mics in there, or very little. It's really close mics, just kind of doing that thing.
And I had on the demo, when I played it, I think I just put up one mic or something. I was being very lazy. And my drums, I had this like Slingerland kit, and it was kind of dead. And it was interesting it took us a while to like find, because it sounded bad. I mean, it was a demo, but it kind of put us into this place where what is the matured version of that? What does that sound like, you know?
Yeah, so we ended up in a different kind of lane with the more distorted.
But I feel like it does, even though it's very different, I think it does something similar in the way that it's kind of a groovy drum instead of I feel like heavy drum, well, a lot of our heavy drums, it'll take up all this space, you know?
Yep.
And yeah, I love what Neal did with the distorted snare. I think it nails it perfectly.
Yeah, as we transition into the chorus, it turns into rock drums, and so we're still here in this distorted land, verse distorted, but the pattern's changing.
So those are different drum passes, different drum recordings?
Completely different kit.
On different kits?
Yeah, we've changed out various drums in the set. I had my drum tech, Mike Fasano, there, and we changed out a bunch of the things to put up a more standard rock. And in the mix, all of a sudden the room mics are coming in, and the snare is getting deeper. And again, that's kind of the trick is, you can hear it soloed, but in the song, you also hear it, but it doesn't sound foreign. They feel like they blend and work together.
In the spirit of collaboration, I want to tell you a bit more about Listen To by Audio Movers. It's the plugin we use for all our remote sessions here at Tape Notes. It allows you to stream your audio in real time, directly from your door to anyone, anywhere in the world, and all in pristine quality. And we're not alone. It's being used on projects by some of the biggest names in the industry. Everyone from Taylor Swift to Lil Nas X to Bring Me the Horizon. And we have a special offer for you. 1 month's free trial instead of the usual 2 days. Just visit audiomovers.com and use the promo code TapeNotes1 at checkout to get your free month and see what the fuss is all about.
But the synth elements were really important to me in landing this, because I feel like it just wasn't right. We tried it with guitars, we tried it with, you know, any number of synths. And so, you know, there were a lot of plug-in synths and things that I was using, but we had gone up to Seattle, and I had brought out my Polyevolver and my Fismo, and just because they're two very odd sounding synths, or specific sounding synths, and we just basically went through presets one at a time, you know, seeing if anything rang on this section of the song, and we did like I don't know, 20 or 30 things before we landed on what we landed on. But
yeah, these are some of the ones we chose. I forgot about this one.
Yeah, is that the Fismo?
I think so. It says Polyevolver, but I'm not sure I agree with that.
Yeah, no, it sounds more Fismo to me. It's a very odd kind of synth. I'm not even sure how it produces its sounds. I'm not sure what kind of synthesis it is. It's one of the weirdest sounding synths I've ever heard. It really never works in your song unless it does, and then it makes the song. It's one of those ones where I try out on everything now that I have it, because every once in a while you find something and you're like, wow, that made this thing sing. But but if it doesn't make it sing, it's like it ruins everything.